On the Reporting tab, you will find a report called the Integrated Fault Entry Report. The Integrated Fault Entry Report lists all open fault entries in the entire database. This report also integrates the fault entries for the locations. In other words, if multiple technologies have identified problems with a location, you would be able to see those results listed all together in this report. This report compiles all of the open fault entry information for the user in a single report that is very easy to use. The information in the report grid can be easily grouped or sorted by either clicking on a column header or dragging a column header to the blank area above the header. These options make the report easier to read for users who may only be interested in a specific location, technology, or equipment type. The report can also be exported to various file types if desired. There are a couple different ways to see the detailed information of the fault entries in this report. Clicking on the plus sign next to the fault entry will reveal the details of the fault entry. Here, a user can see all information, comments, and recommendations entered by the analyst. The Linked Information tab displays any linked images or documents that were associated with the fault entry. If a user wishes to see the image full size, click on the View Full Size link and the image will open in a separate window. If any documents were listed here, a link to view the document would also be available. There is also a feature in the Integrated Fault Entry report that allows a user to view and add status comments to a fault entry. This feature is found on the Status Comments tab. As stated, a user can view any comments that have been entered or add comments to the fault entry here. These comments are a great communication tool for information such as parts on order, scheduling changes, etc. To add a status comment, simply key in your comments and click on the Add button. The comment will be added with a date and time stamp. You can leave as many comments as you like, as often as you like. If you wish to view the assessment report page for the fault entry, you can do that as well by clicking on the View link in the report column. The report page will be generated and will include all information and associated images that were assigned to the fault entry. There are some action items that can take place on the Integrated Fault Entry report that will help communicate the status of a fault entry. The fault entry can be in 3 states of status. 1. The fault entry is open and pending corrective action. 2. A repair has been completed and a quality check needs to be scheduled. And 3. A quality check has been scheduled. The scheduling of a quality check will be covered in its own video segment. If a user wishes to communicate that a repair has been completed, simply click on the Repair Complete Add Comment link in the fault entry line item. Enter the repair comments with as much detail as you wish to communicate, and then click on the Add Comment button. The status of the fault entry will update, and the Next Action Item option will be made available. If you have the appropriate user rights in your database, you will be able to assign a work order number to a fault entry in the Integrated Fault Entry report. You will also be able to edit an existing work order number should you ever have a need to do that. If no work order exists for a fault entry, you will see a Enter Work Order link in the Work Order column. Click on this link to enter a work order number against the fault entry. Simply key in the desired work order number and click the Update button. The new work order number has now been assigned to the fault entry. Should you need to edit an existing work order number, click on the work order number link for the fault entry. Edit the work order number as needed and click on the Update button. A historical record of all work order number edits will be listed for you to review. The historical record will reflect the date and timestamp of the edit, as well as the user who entered the work order number.